welcome back to another video. So I'd like to make a quick video. I don't even know if I'm showing gameplay. I don't even know if I'm doing this face to face. I don't know. I don't really care. I want to make a video about something that I found very special. Okay, so first off, I would like to say is that upcoming videos of mine will probably be pretty long. I'm looking at my MW video, which is what the project was called, but the title is like the final Tales of the Arkham series, which will be a 50-minute video going over all the side quests that I previously all individually made videos for. Then we of course have the Batman Telltale review / analysis. That was a lot. And it's an hour and 30 minutes long. Then that's not even counting my Joji whole career video, which is about an hour long. Then that's not even including my text video, which is currently a bit unfinished, but I know that it's about an hour long. And then obviously my Arkham Origins video, which seemingly is definitely more than an hour and 40 minutes long. So we have quite a few long videos here. The reason why I'm making longer videos is that I found my quick passion, if you will, in terms of YouTube making that I've never thought of to make before, and that was to make longer type videos. These videos would be in depth, super analytical, reviewing even slightly, and get into the nitty-gritty details of what I want to say about a certain game, show, movie, music, whatever. There are others that have made longer type videos that have inspired me to do this as well. It was almost like a wake-up call as if for me. Batnik, SK Comics, Southpaw, Mauler, Shady, the Squirrel Guy, JXC, and of course YMS on his Kimbo the White Lion video. But all these have, in a sense, shown me the type of video that I want to make. And all these coming back to back to back made me realize that those types of videos are important. And they're important to me in a very special way. So I'd like to make a short case as to why you should watch longer videos. So let's first start off with the biggest part about longer videos that a lot of people hate. It's long. Takes forever to get through. I get it. Completely understandable. Saying that it's a long video and you don't have the time for it. That is okay. But here's the cool thing. It's a YouTube video. You can pause it, leave it as well. You can get through it in increments or do something that I like to call like 2x speed. The genius of 2x speed. Anyway, essentially, the idea is that you can watch it just in chunks. I get it. A lot of these videos are incredibly long, especially the Doctor Who video being 5 hours, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to sit through the whole thing all at once. Nobody's asking you to do it. Just go through it in chunks. And like I said, a lot of these are shorter than the average movie. Now, are these longer than the average YouTube video? Of course. But that doesn't mean we can suddenly just throw it all away and say, oh, it's too long for me. Long man bad. Especially what a lot of people do on Twitter, which is that, oh, thing long equal bad. Now let's talk about the other thing. It being in depth. There's something that I really like about longer videos that is truly special about longer videos. Is that they're in depth. I know that they will never skip over a detail like they do in a normal video. In fact, you've probably heard 1,000 times over if you've watched a YouTube video, them say something like, oh no, I can't cover X because that would take too much time. Or, oh no, I'll cover this in another video, right? But you don't have to worry about that usually in a lot of these other videos. In fact, you can go in knowing that they will completely cover it. Like Mueller, you know that he will absolutely cover every inch of the movie that he's talking about. You know Southpaw is going to cover every argument and every inconsistent plot consistency and will cover it over very well and address arguments. You don't have to worry about that constant fear about, oh, no, I can't do this because the video would be too long. There's no worry about that. You can just do what you want. Now, of course, this leads to filler, which some people don't like filler. Now, it's true, that is a problem, but not in most of these videos. I find that people tend to focus on the thing very heavily, but want to give additional context behind the arguments that they're making. Now, another thing that I like to talk about is counterpoints. In fact, in multiple times in the video, you might see somebody try and counter something else with an argument. These will literally lead back and forth arguments. In a longer video, you can do this. In fact, it's often used in a lot of these longer videos. They will express like, here's X problem. Somebody comes up with an argument against said problem and say it's good or something. Then in the longer video, they can address this and then come back to why X problem is bad, even though there was a counter argument in why it isn't valid. So that's all good. I think that's very important. Now, the final point that I want to go over that I think is the most important and that a lot of people don't tend to think about is the time and effort. A lot of these points in times, a lot of people think that these long videos are suddenly all of a sudden bad. And they think, oh no, they aren't putting together well. They're just a long-winded rant or somebody just rambling into the microphone for an hour. But that isn't the case. In fact, a lot of time tends to be more spent to these super long videos than, if so, shorter ones. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that's strange. A short video tend to be very compact and you can fit more arguments in terms of like editing and stuff like that. But it's not the case. In fact, when I find out in my longer videos, I find out that I go back and reorganize or go back over or make a certain capture that I didn't mention in the original version or I didn't talk about something and I add it in because the inner perfectionist comes out in us when we make these longer videos. It's not that it's just suddenly us just, you see, this is why Last Jedi's bad, okay? It's actually more complicated than that. It's more into the perfections and the imperfections in the art form. So, yeah. So, and that's about it, really. Just to recap, other videos being long are pretty good in general. Much more in-depth than these videos tend to be, more so than other videos, can cover more counterpoints against the video or against the art that they are talking about, and time and effort brings out the inner perfectionist in all of us. So, that's about it. Short, compact, but of course, it may be short. That doesn't mean good. Thank you, everyone. Have a good afternoon, night, day. I don't care. Man, people on Twitter do not have a life. Oh my god. What is wrong with my hair? I'm Ginger. Got him.